So we were in Vietnam for 1 week, and our first destination was Sapa Valley. We took 2 hours flight from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi, and then we were on our way to Sapa Valley in a bus. It took us 4 hours to get there. We took a sleeper bus from Hanoi to Sapa Valley, and I think mostly sleeper buses run on that route. It wasn't a very comfortable experience for me, and I was glad when I got to Sapa Valley. Sapa Valley is a very developed city. It's very crowded, very busy, lots of tourists around. And but we were mainly there for a hike where we could actually go a bit further from Sapa Valley and into the smaller valleys and villages and explore those areas more. We were doing this hike with Sapa Sisters. They are a group of local women who've created their own company and they run those hikes, and they are amazing tourist guides. We had great experience. The guides are very friendly, very polite, they're very fluent in English, and they know the area really well. So it was a very good experience, and it was a nice way for us to support local women there as well. We were doing a 6 to 7 hours hike up the mountain. It got very tiring for us, especially when we weren't in a very fit shape. And we had to sit down multiple times to catch our breath and to get some rest. Whereas our guides were very active and they were always ready to go, and they didn't get as tired as we did. But the views were absolutely stunning during the whole time. And we went up the mountain, but we went down into the valley, and then through the fields we came down to the city. During our hike, we saw many farms. People owned small pieces of land where they grew their own food, their own vegetables. And because our guide was local, she also did farming in her free time, and they had their own land as well. So she was able to tell us how people are very self-sufficient there. They grew their own food. They didn't have to buy. They didn't sell as well, and they kept animals and they grew food for their animals as well.
वे दिला तू करना छड़ दे गिला ਕਿਸੇ ਲਈ ਧੜਕਣ ਦਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਸਿਲਾ ਵੇ ਦਿਲਾਂ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਜੋ ਹੋਇਆ ਭੁੱਲ ਭੁੱਲ ਜਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਛੱਡ ਦੇ ਤੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਰੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿਸਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਬੋਝ ਹੈ ਪਾਰਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਪਾਰਾ ਪਾਰਾ ਹੰਝੂਆਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਖਾਰਾ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਪੀਂਦਾ ਜਾ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਏ ਔਖਾ ਪਾੜਾ ਦੁੱਖ ਦੇਵੇ ਸੁੱਖ ਦਾ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਅੱਖੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਖਾਰਾ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਪੀਂਦਾ ਜਾ ਵੇ ਦਿਲਾ ਤੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਛੱਡ ਦੇ ਗਿਲਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਲਈ ਧੜਕਣ ਦਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲਣਾ ਸਿਲਾ
According to our guide, there are lots of tribes that live in Sapa Valley and they have their own language, they have their own culture and traditions as well. So they make their own clothes, they make their own houses. So they had like there were bamboo forests on our way, and each tribe owned a forest, so they used it. They used their bamboo to build their own houses. And Sapa is basically very close to China, so there were there were merging of cultures happening in that part of Vietnam as well.
मेरी गलती सुन ले यार तेनू कुछ भी नहीं दरकार चल चलिए हुण नदिया दे उस पार बस काफी हो गई यार तो लेना दे विचकार चल चलिए हुण नदिया दे उस पार तेरी जो कहानी है वो मेरी भी कहानी है ऊंचा ऊंचा बोल सारे जग नू सुनानी है कोई तो आवाज तुझे नींद से जगाएगी टूटा हुआ ख्वाब तेरा जोड़ के दिखाएगी सपनों से आगे तुझे यही लेके जाएंगे सारे पहचान जाएंगे मेरी गलती सुन ले यार तेनू कुछ भी नहीं दरकार चल चलिए हुण नदिया दे उस पार बस काफी हो गई यार दो नैना दे विचकार चल चलिए हुण नदिया दे उस पार जी तो चाहता है लेकिन सोच ये सताती है बात जो नहीं भी होती दुनिया बनाती है पैर है जमीन पे लेकिन चांद पे निशाना है रास्ते में आने वाली आंधियां डराती हैं नहीं 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 डरना नहीं हुण कदी पीछे हटना नहीं जान जाएंगे ये सारे जान जाएंगे
The weather was perfect that day for our hike. It wasn't too hot or cold, and the views were absolutely clear. Nothing was hidden behind clouds or fog. And our guide actually mentioned that usually all the valleys are hidden behind fog, and this was a good day for us to hike, so we could actually enjoy the views as well. We were walking down through the rice terraces, and it was a very stunning walk, but very challenging as well because we were putting a lot of pressure on our knees and our toes because the slope was very steep all the way on our way down. Our next destination was Hoi An, so we went back from Sapa Valley via bus. And it was again a 4 hour ride back from Sapa to Hanoi. We took a flight, this time from Hanoi to Da Nang, and then it was an hour drive from Da Nang to Hoi An. We were staying a night in Hoi An, and luckily it was their full moon night. And on full moon, They have celebrations going on, lots of lanterns around, and they switch off all the other lights, and you can only see lanterns. Everything else is in dark, and it looked beautiful. It was something that I've never experienced or seen before.
मर मर के जीने वाले कौन से जमाने हैं, जिंदगी तो अखाना चुरा हो। ससी और हीर वाले किस्से तो पुराने हैं, नवा कुछ करके वखा। दिलां विच रहन वाला रब मन जाएगा ते आपे शर्मान जाएंगे। मेरी गलते सुन ले यार, तेन कुछ भी नहीं दरकार। चल चलिए उन नदिया दे उस पार, बस काफी हो गई यार दो नैना दे विचकार। चल चलिए उन नदिया दे उस पार, नदिया दे उस पार। चल चलिए उन नदिया दे उस पार।
Our next stop was Bana Hill, which is an hour drive from Hoi An, and it is right next to Da Nang. Bana Hill is used to be an old French village. It is high up in the mountains, and it has been further expanded. There are more sites and attractions around it now, and we spent a night there, and there's a lot to do and there's a lot to see there. The views from uphill are stunning. You can see it's green everywhere. It's a lot of forest all around, and it's because it's high up on a mountain, the weather is also a bit cooler compared to the rest of Vietnam. Our next stop was Danang. It was just down the hill from Bana Hills, and we only had 1 day there. So we planned on exploring all the main touristy places in the short period of time that we had. And we started with the beach, and the beach was absolutely beautiful. It was very clean, and we saw lots of fish there, and people were fishing. So it was a good experience. I wish we had more time to spend at the beach. Danang was a very modern city. It was a very well developed and newly built city, and I liked Danang out of all the cities I visited in Vietnam. We were back in Ho Chi Minh City for our last day, and Ho Chi Minh City was getting ready to celebrate Ho Chi Minh's birthday, which was on 19th of May, and but the preparations started quite early, and so it looked very busy, very festive everywhere. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and thank you for watching.